What is good, YouTube? We have another video coming at you today. We're going to be talking about who I think are going to be the next cover athlete for MLB The Show 23. There's a couple guys that make a pretty strong case, as well as one repeat guy that I think would make a lot of sense as well, especially with the news around him. Let's go ahead and talk about him. Please be sure to leave a like on this video and sub to the channel. MLB The Show 23 is going to be a main focus of mine coming up, as well as we still have some content left from MLB The Show 22. Please be sure to sub to the channel, leave a like on this video, as well as leave a comment to see what else you would like to see in terms of cover athletes. But with that being said, let's go take a look at the first candidate. So first up was probably the most likely candidate in this entire process. It is Julio Rodriguez. All of the cover art that is about to be shown, besides for one of the games that's already been released, is credited to MLB 22 card art. I have not made these myself. All of this is due to MLB 22 card art. Check them out on Twitter. Their ads on the top of this here. They make great work. But the most likely candidate is Julio Rodriguez. Not only did he just play well last year to get an AL Rookie of the Year, but he is just an electric player to watch in the playoffs. He was always fun to watch at the plate. When he got a big hit, he was very energetic. And I feel like SDS does sort of lean towards the younger stars, as you can see in 2018 with Judge after his rookie season. In 2022, obviously we had Shohei Ohtani. In 2021, Fernando Tatis Jr. Again, right after his rookie year, or at least anywhere from 1 to 3 years into the league, they tend to kind of target that. And maybe this could be the case for Julio Rodriguez. Him being a rookie last year does not automatically count him out, especially since someone like Aaron Judge, he had his rookie season absolutely killed, and then he got to cover the exact season after that. Not only is Julio Rodriguez just a current star in the league at such a young age, but he's also primed to be the next big thing in the MLB as well. As everyone has been seeing, the guy is 21 years old and has been absolutely killing it out there. I think this could be a great cover for next year, and as well as for Mariner fans. We haven't seen a cover since like Ichiro or Griffey maybe, but this is a perfect opportunity for the Mariners to be satisfied with their team, and honestly, J-Rod is a great candidate for next year's game. Next up for candidates, we have Juan Soto for the cover of 23. Now, this guy obviously is an electric ball player. He just got traded to the Padres, and quite honestly, I think he'd be a really good fit for the show. Every single year, we see a fantastic card or cards of Juan Soto, and is almost always a favorite player amongst the community. He has one of the best swings, some of the best power. His defense is always a little rocky, which is realistic, but he is still a fantastic hitter that everybody loves to use. Like Julio Rodriguez, he's a home run derby competitor. He's a power hitter. He's electric when he plays. He's fun to watch. He's not one of those boring guys that just kind of walks up to the plate, hits the ball, and walks back to the dugout. He's full of energy, just like J-Rod. Now, the only reason I don't think he gets a cover card for this game is because he has yet to sign a long-term deal. There's a chance within a year or two that Juan Soto could leave the Padres, and I feel like that's something that SDS might not want to look for. Plus, remember in 2021, we had Fernando Tatis Jr. as a cover athlete, so I don't know if they want to have the same team twice within a 3-year period. Although he is definitely an electric player on the field, last year he did have trouble at the plate. He did put up good WAR and had high power for last season, but a 242 average, I feel like if we're going to have a cover athlete, you're going to have to make sure it's a guy who is just absolutely dominant on the field, batting as close to 300 or higher than 300 and just hitting a bunch of home runs, and really just have overall electric moments during the season. Juan Soto, he went through a couple spurts where he really didn't do much, and I think that's going to ultimately hurt his chances of being a cover athlete for this year specifically. Now, next up might be a little bit controversial, as I might be a tiny bit biased, but I feel like an Aaron Judge cover for this year would actually be a fantastic idea. Yes, Judge did get a cover back in 2018. However, with the signing of a massive deal, the MVP season, the American League home run record, as well as being awarded captaincy of the Yankees, I feel like this is just an awesome opportunity, not only just for the standard version of the game, but for the Deluxe Edition as well. Obviously, for the standard version of the game, they could go with something similar like they did in 2018 right here, where it's just him on the cover. However, I feel like as a standard cover, this was perfectly fine. You could put the arches in the background like they did again. They can make it a bit more artsy like they did in most recent games with Ohtani and Tatis. But I feel like Judge is still also, again, one of those players. Although he is a little bit older at the age of 30, he is still an electric player to watch. He smashes baseballs and puts up great defense behind it as well. Judge is also a great role model as well, as he's not the kind of guy that kind of lets his temper get to him. He's very humble on and off the field, and he really just has a really good game to watch, especially for the younger audience. If I was a parent, luckily I'm not, but if I was a parent, I would want my kids to watch Aaron Judge, not just because I'm a Yankee fan, but I do think that Aaron Judge is the kind of guy that if my kids were to grow up to be a baseball player, I would want him to be acting just like Aaron Judge. And again, for Aaron Judge, if he is the cover athlete, if they also get Derek Jeter's rights on top of it, they can have the captaincy edition of the game as their deluxe version. I feel like this cover alone would sell so many copies just for Yankee fans, just because if you have Aaron Judge and Derek Jeter alone is going to pull so much, but this kind of cover would be so cool to see. I don't usually buy the physical versions of the games, but I feel like this would be a situation where I would almost feel inclined to buy the physical version just because the cover has Jeter and Judge. I think this would be a fantastic idea, not only just for, just being cool, but I think it's a great marketing idea as well, especially since the captaincy of the Yankees, even if you're not a Yankee fan, is still somewhat household news. Everyone knows that the Yankee captaincy exists, but I feel like this would be a really good option to have as a final alternative besides J-Rod. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of today's video. Please be sure to sub to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment on who you think will be the cover athlete. I appreciate you guys, as always, for watching these videos. I'll catch y'all next year for MLB The Show 23. We've got a couple more videos for MLB The Show 22 coming out soon, or at least feedback off of that for the next game. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one.